fan because I called his coming out fight against Bradis Prescott.
He's special.
And then various other stepping stones throughout his career.
I also think he's one of those guys that if you tell him he can't do something, he wants to show you and shock the world.
1,000%. Absolutely right.
I also think Canelo is slowing down.
I was just going, I didn't give Canelo more than like 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Maybe 4 if I'm just being generous.
You know, becoming the first undisputed world champion in the 4-belt era in 3 different weight classes. Really, and the way he did it, and you know, the class that he showed.
Joe Rogan recently shared his thoughts on Terence Crawford's big win over Canelo Alvarez. He praised Crawford for how he thrives when people doubt him. According to Rogan, every time critics say Crawford can't handle a challenge, it only motivates him more to prove them wrong. Rogan highlighted Crawford's smooth fighting style and sharp, accurate punches, which really stood out during the fight. He believes this win proves Crawford is now one of the most talented boxers in the sport. Sports journalist Bondhill even tweeted, "I'm now convinced Crawford would beat any version of Floyd Mayweather." That bold opinion shows just how impressive Crawford's performance was. People are seriously talking about him as a possible all-time great. By defeating Canelo, Crawford has taken his legacy to a whole new level. His success in multiple weight divisions and ability to adjust in the ring are making many believe he could be even better than the undefeated Mayweather.
Get ready to subscribe totally to that because, again, you're talking about somebody who is stubborn.
And sure.
Who wants to prove everything he can prove.
100%. I agree with that too. But I think there's in boxing and certainly in MMA, there's a certain amount of years where a fighter can keep the RPMs up. And you know, when they're in the red line, and there's some people subscribe to the idea of 9 years. There's 9 years is the most that a elite fighter in MMA has performed at their prime. I think that's a bullshit number because I think it's entirely dependent upon lifestyle, nutrition, discipline, physical attributes. There's a lot of factors.
George Foreman won the heavyweight championship of the world in boxing at age 45.
True, but he took 10 years off.
Yeah.
Commentator Gareth praised Terence Crawford's performance as one of the greatest in boxing history. He pointed out that Crawford moved up 3 weight classes to face Canelo Alvarez and was also older than him. Despite being out of the ring for over a year, Crawford showed incredible skill, control, and confidence, qualities very few fighters have ever displayed. Gareth urged fans to see this fight as a rare moment of greatness, proving Crawford can overcome any challenge and exceed all expectations. Meanwhile, Shakur Stevenson took to X to show respect for Canelo. He said many fighters today are too afraid to face tough opponents, but Canelo's willingness to step up and fight the best makes him a true legend. Stevenson's words remind us that true greatness isn't just about winning, it's about having the courage to take on the hardest fights.
Throughout the course of the week, we said that this is a game of IQ. There's going to be movement within the fight. You're going to have to answer different types of questions and bring different types of game plan. Crawford did that. He was able to do it backwards, he was able to do it forwards, he could trade in the pocket, catch the stuff, and then counter. He was absolutely magnificent. Listen, I know this is raw and we've only just walked out the stadium, right?
10 minutes ago.
And when the dust settles on this, we'll probably have better answers and better thought processes. And I'm sure people watching this will get stuck into the comments and maybe say what I'm about to say is quite outlandish. That might be the single best performance that I have ever witnessed live. It was absolutely tremendous. You've got to take into consideration the weight jump. This is a man that was champion at 135, 140, 147, and obviously recently at 154. But let's be honest, he even jumped up to 154 pounds for that. To go then up to 168 and take on the former pound for pound #1 king on a Mexican holiday weekend in Las Vegas and managed to beat him on the cards when the judges tried to do him, mate. It is out of this world what Terence Crawford just did, and he needs all the flowers in the world, he needs all the praise in the world, and I don't think you're wrong, mate, by saying he's the pound for pound #1. It's an ever-moving list. That performance alone deserves to put him right at the top of the chart.
Yeah, he's become. There's an argument that he becomes an all-time great with that performance, like you say, because the majesty, the poise, the presence all week, the pinpoint accuracy of everything he did in there, to the fact that in the end Canelo was frustrated and knew he couldn't do anything to Crawford, and he started
visibly frustrated, wasn't it?
No, visibly frustrated that he started to do a weird kind of showboating because he didn't have any answers for what was happening and unfolding in front of him. I think Terence Crawford has rubber stamped himself as an all-time great tonight, and I want to revive days of view on him, I wondered whether he would have been capable of beating Floyd Mayweather at welterweight.
Oh, you're going for it now, aren't you?
And I think, yeah, we got to. I think he may well have done.